Welcome to Bold Blind Beauty on Air. We have some exciting news thanks to our team member, Andy Chadwick. Starting today, we're now publishing episodes twice a month. Andy is debuting Connected and Curious with Andy. Today's segment features the fabulous Mara Hutchinson, a talented content creator and digital influencer. Then on October 17th, Gabby Mendonça joins our host, Nazarene Buddha and Sylvia Stinson Perez for another empowering episode. Catch Bold Blind Beauty on Air on all your favorite podcast platforms and on Bold Blind Beauty's YouTube channel. Don't miss it.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Bold Blind Beauty on Air's newest segment, Connected and Curious with Andy, the podcast where stories shine and understanding grows. I'm your host, Andy Chadwick, and together we're diving into the lives of incredible blind and visually impaired individuals who are changing the world in big and small ways. Here, we ask the questions, share the laughs, explore the challenges, and celebrate the triumphs without judgment, with curiosity and with heart. Whether you're sighted and you want to learn, or blind and you want to be understood, or educate. This is your safe space to listen, learn, laugh, cry sometimes, and connect, where curiosity is always welcome and no question is off the table. So, let's get connected, let's get curious, and let's jump into today's episode. So, I'm excited about this because, like I said, I have been watching you. I love your vibe. I love everything that you wear. I love everything that you post. I wish we lived in the same area because I swear we would party together.
Chill in the backyard, and that's already a party with music on, and I feel like it's already a good time.
Absolutely. That's how I run.
Yeah.
In the house, blasting music. That's it. That's all I need to do. So let's talk about you. So what's a typical day in your life as a wife? Because you've got so many hats. So I need to address it. Your wife, your mum, your model, your TV reporter, and a creator. There's a lot of stuff going on, mate.
So, you know what? I don't even know if there is a hack. I always say my life is completely different from someone else's life, and what works best for them may not work best for me. The typical day for me really is that I get up very early. I'm a morning person, so I could get up at 4, get up at 5, depending what my mood is, but I'm usually up way early. And I really like to start my day with just peace and quiet and just everything that I need for myself. Whether that is I start my day with my prayers, my meditating. Then if I feel like I want to work out now, then I usually get that out the way. And then, well, back then I would have my coffee already as well because I just recently quit coffee. So I just start now with my water right away. And then if Bronxy, which is my son, is in school, then I have to get him ready, lunch, all that stuff, and then send him off to school. I walk with him to the bus stop if my husband's not home. Because usually Baz will leave for work around 6:30 in the morning and won't be back till like 7:30, almost 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Everything's really just me on my own. And I'll send Bronxy to school. Then I got to figure out, okay, do I have any meetings today? What do I have to submit if it's like work-wise? And my workstation is legit situated in my kitchen. There are times when I have to cook and I'm still working away, editing stuff or doing other things. And not many understand is that women in general can multitask to the point where we can do 4 or 5 things at a time and get so many things done. And I'm always just amazed that like I was able to do so many things and get a lot of work done. And just depending on the day, being a creator, being a model, and so many things that I'm into and doing. There are times when I have to be on set for work. So
Yeah.
I plan ahead where, okay, well, Baz will be the one being off and he has to handle picking up Bronxy or getting him to school, let's say, picking him up. And I'm doing whatever I have to do or whatever project that is on site. So every day is really, really different because of the work that I'm doing. And I do everything by myself. I edit everything on my own, and then I have to create on my own. And then I still have to submit that to the brand or to the company to get approved. It's just so many things that not many people understand what being a creator is. I didn't even know there was such a thing as what you're doing as being a creator.
Yeah.
I just thought I'm just being me. But when people ask, well, what is it like? Like, how did you get into being an influencer or a creator? I go, I don't know. I just talk a lot and I share whatever I want to share. And all of a sudden, here I am, right? So
yeah. With such a busy schedule, and I'm just going to talk about the creating space because that's a big part of your life, right? So with all of that being said, how do you balance being, and this is a word for me that sometimes I'm like, oh, balance being authentic with the pressure of having that online presence?
You know what? I just say, listen, what you see is what you get. If you ever meet me in real life, it's just always been me.
Yeah.
So I don't think there is a balance to that when it comes to what do you show online. I show the real me.
It's you. It's all about you, right? That's it.
Yeah. And I think the only balance that I would say when it comes to everything that I'm doing is that I pick and choose what I share or who I want to work with. And also sometimes you just need a little break from social media in general. Like I don't want to constantly always posting stories and I usually do a lot of my stuff when I'm already home. Like let's say I went to this amazing event or even just a family outing. I wait until I'm home in my pajamas on the couch and I got my drink, which is like at the time my coffee or now my water. And that's when I'll start to share my stories or share whatever I want to share on social media. There is no such thing for me where I'm on the spot and I'm trying to be at this event or a work event, let's say, or just anything. And I can never, like, kudos to people that could do it where, you're at this amazing time, but you're trying to post as well. Like, to me, I don't think that's living and enjoying the moment. So not many people understand is that I don't share my stuff until I'm already like positioned where I'm comfortable at home.
I love that. Thank you for saying that because I just think you're perfect.
It's a lot of work and it really does take away from
the moment.
Doing the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And in being authentic, I've been showing myself from the day I started this thing. I'm not afraid to also show my bad side. Obviously, like when I pick up my phone and I do my stories, there are times when I legit just got up. Like, I don't need to be all glam and be like, hey, I just woke up. No, you did not wake up looking all, I'm not afraid to show, oh my gosh, like, let's say I have crusty eyes still and my glasses are all smudged. I just woke up, but I want to share something on my stories,
Yeah.
I think a lot of people, if you've been following me for so long, you would see that. There are moments when I do cry, let's say, or I just want to show my funny side, let's say. I don't know. I just think that's what being authentic is. And I've met people as well where you're not who you are online. Like I meet them in person and it's like you're completely different. I'm not that way. Like, I mean, everyone can be one person and one personality or this and that online. And then in real life, you're like completely different, which is like, maybe that's your vibe, but for me, it's more so where like, if you ever do meet me or talk to me, I am what you see online and how I am and what I look like is what you're going to get in real life as well. I'm just me.
Oh, I love that. So, with all of this and the presence that you have you ever had a surprising comment on social media that you were surprised by one of your followers in a good way or a bad way? It doesn't really matter. But do you get comments where you're like, huh, are you really looking at my life, or do you really know me? You know what I mean?
I could actually give two examples, one bad and one good.
Okay.
I think we all get that. Why do you look like that when you're blind? I think more so when obviously when you see me on social media is that people are obviously going to see first is like, why do you look that way?
Yeah.
And then if you follow me and I do certain things and be like, why are you doing that if you're blind? Well, why can't I do certain things just because I'm blind? Or being blind, what does that look like to people?
That's it.
I think that's what it is. I think people are always shocked that I look a certain way and they're like, but you're blind or you can't see much, but how do you look like that? And it always makes me wonder what that is though. What does the world think a blind person or a visually impaired person should look like? Or you know what it is? Let's call it out. Let's say a disabled person should look like.
Yeah. And honestly, that's why I felt it was imperative that we had something like this come out, right? Because as a sighted person, you have questions, and a lot of people, I know myself included, are very apprehensive and a little bit scared on what questions to ask. Because for me, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I'm the kumbaya woman and I want everybody to get on. However, but I think it's important that we need to know. Right now with my mom, she's going through sight loss, and what I found out about my family is that there is a disease in my family, but I just didn't know about that. So now I started to do some research, and this is my evolution. This is why I want to find out about blindness. It's a spectrum, and how people go about their daily business. So
yes,
I appreciate that. You say it how you need to say it, because I think what the problem is, we're so concerned about being very careful, but we're not learning. We need to learn. We need to understand.
You know what? I feel like there is a way to ask and without sounding arrogant or just very disrespectful. There's always a way for a sighted person or sighted people to always obviously learn, right? It's just how you go about it. And if you're willing to learn, I mean, my gosh, like I'm still learning. I have RP, which is retinitis pigmentosa, and I was also shortly diagnosed with Usher syndrome. But I have friends that are in the same situation, but my vision isn't the way their vision is. Just because you have the same condition, it doesn't mean that we're seeing the same thing. My vision can be worse than theirs. I feel like all of us are just also learning. And for me, is more so how we communicate though. The other day, I was explaining to my husband, Baz, because I didn't realize that he was in the room when I was cleaning. And I got scared. Because I was like, oh my gosh, like who was, somebody shut the door and I didn't know that it was him. So he opened the door and he's like, oh, why are you screaming? And I go, I didn't know that you're here.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, didn't you see that I was here? And I have to remind him that, no, I did not see you. I'm going to be honest. There are times when I'll get offended here and there because I'm a very sensitive person too. But I also have to remind him, and this is why it's important to always communicate, that it's best that when you get into a room and I'm there, that you tell me I'm here so that he knows what my needs are and I would know what his needs are in terms of like how I work around, right?
Yeah.
So, and that's the same thing with my son, where I have to let him know that mommy is this, and I just ask that you, let's say, put everything away when you're done, or put certain things back so that when I need that, I know where to go.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because they're not going to be able to read my mind.
Yeah.
They don't know what I'm feeling, and I don't know what they're feeling. So when it comes to you and your mom, I feel like it's very, very important that you have that good communication of what her needs are and what you want as well.
And you know what? I have a question about that, being a mum with RP and Usher Syndrome. So I know you're talking about some of your challenges, but how about this? What are some of the most beautiful moments you think sighted parents might take for granted when they're with their kids? So what are the moments, like you said, Bronxy, he'll keep on the light for you and he'll put his toys away. But there's certain things that we as like parents will just take for granted, but there's something additional that you have to do or Bronxy has to do that we might not even think about.
I think my main thing is just the fact that you don't really know what can happen. It's the next day, something can happen, and either the parents can be, disabled, or the child.
Yeah.
So I can't say anything in particular when it comes to what you do around the house or how you go about your family. I think for me more so is that you really don't realize how precious life is, and how, as corny as it sounds, but it's the honest truth though. I am a firm believer, and I always advocate, I celebrate every day, whether I'm just outside, just chilling, whether I'm going to go for a coffee, let's say, or like a treat, like, and everyone's like, oh, what's the occasion? There's no freaking occasion. The occasion is that I'm celebrating that I'm able to see and be alive today.
Amen.
To be honest with you, I took many things for granted when I was growing up as well. And I don't think I really realized how precious everything is when this happened to me, and how in an instant where I had to really change my lifestyle,
Yeah.
change everything really.
Yeah.
And to me, it's like, it's important to always make sure that what are you investing in? What do you want out from with your family in general? Because I can't tell you how to do things within your household, but for me, I can say to everybody that, I just feel like people shouldn't take life for granted, and really honestly, like, live.
So can I ask you a question? So when you were diagnosed, how did you react? Or let me ask it this way. When you got the diagnosis and your family got the diagnosis, looking back, with everything that you know now, would you change the reaction or your journey?
In all honesty, I probably wouldn't, because I wouldn't be able to really learn, because I feel like, the way the doctor delivers the news is always a game changer. It really does take a toll on you. My first retina specialist was something awful. At that time, we didn't even know it was retinitis pigmentosa yet. The doctor just came at me and said, these are your eyes, because he showed me the scans and all this stuff. You're going blind. And then when we asked him, well, what can we do? There's nothing you can do. So then this was even really landing on my actual specialist of really finding out, like, okay, this is retinitis pigmentosa. But would I change? I wouldn't, because it was my journey though. This is the thing. This is my story. This is my journey. And how do you learn from our mistakes, from our struggles? Like, life isn't always perfect. Life is not always going to be happy times. That's what people don't understand. When I look in the mirror, like, I legit look in the mirror and be like, you are awesome. Because it's a way for me to remind myself, you are so strong and you're capable of handling many things ahead because of all the bullshit that you had to deal with. I'm already teary, but because I can't tell myself, do I regret how I handled it? No. It was very hard. I was very depressed. I was suicidal. I wouldn't. And I think this is what's amazing about my story and my journey, is because when I look at my family now and what I've built is because of everything that I've learned from that time. So when I look at my son, it's like, oh my gosh, like, how crazy is it that if I did give up with my life years ago, I wouldn't have my family. And maybe that's what people don't understand is like I always look at my family. It's something that I've always wanted. It's also something where I never gave up. And I think it's very important to not regret any decision, any mistakes, because you really overcome and it's part of who you are now. So I am very confident to always say, I'm awesome. I'm it. I am able to, I'm capable of many great things because I know I am. I know I'm great because I've already had to deal with so many things. No one has really asked me this question if I ever do regret. I think the only thing that I probably would regret is the fact that it took me a really long time though to come out of that like dark space. But then acceptance and finding the right time is different for everybody.
I'm here for you. I'm
here for you too.
I have to say, if I hadn't gone through what I did a few years ago, I wouldn't be here now. So, like you said, it's part bad or good. It was part of my journey, and I'm just loving life. You just have to take every day and come up and just be present. Life is too short. Okay, let's talk fashion. How would you explain what your style is?
Oh man, my style is always bold.
Yeah, ain't that the truth?
It's always bold. I like to just express myself when it comes to my fashion. It's like sometimes it's just based on my mood, really, but I feel like there's always going to be something bold with what I'm wearing.
Maybe because
I'm loud. I don't know.
No, it's not loud. I think you express your personality, how you're feeling that day. Because like you said, there's days when you're all in black. There's days when you've got colors and you've got white and blacks and then your nails, baby. Like, for example, can you tell us what color is on your fingernails right now?
So right now I am wearing like a very bold sky blue nail polish, but yeah, I always have something colorful with my nails. My nails are always just done.
Yeah.
And it has some sort of color, whether it's black nail polish, if I'm in that mood when it's like winter time, it's always just something there. And then
let's talk about the music, because I love music. Yeah. With your social media, anytime I'm looking, you are either playing a classic, there's something going on. It reminds me of my old days back in London. It's just awesome. Tell me what lights you up. What type of music that you like?
What really lights me up is I have to say soca. Because when you start to hear the beat,
you gotta move. So I'm just gonna end it with this. But there's one thing you want sighted people to really understand and take away from this conversation. What would it be?
Everyone will always say blindness is a spectrum, right? Everyone's going to say that. But I feel like sighted people should understand that disabled people are regular people that are more than our disabilities, capable of many things in this life, able to do many things, probably more awesome things than a sighted person. But then again, this is a part of learning, right? Where I'm learning from sighted people where, oh my gosh, they do that. And okay, maybe I could try it. But more so, I want everyone to always remember that disabled people in general are just like regular people who have dreams, who can be a parent, who can be a model, who can have an amazing career, or just anything that they want, they're able to do it as well. Obviously a little tougher, not gonna lie, but we can do it.
And you do it so well. Come on now.
Thank you. And I feel like people just need to understand that. And that's why it's important to always share, always make sure that we're included. Just because you're going through something, it doesn't mean that this is the end. That you want us to just be home and be cooped up. No. And we need that, because I feel like if adults don't do this, and if adults don't accept and understand this, then what about the disabled children? Like, what's their future going to be like?
Yeah.
When my son looks at somebody, and he already knows that they have needs, but they're special. Like, he doesn't treat anybody else differently. And we need that. We need to make sure that these kids know. I always say it always really starts from us, because I fear for the kids. I mean, I want all of us to be accepted and to always make sure that we're included and that we're awesome.
You are awesome.
I know I am. Because I believe in myself so much. And the fact that, like, you don't know what I have to deal with every day. That is why I'm able to share that, hey, I know I'm awesome, because I just took the bus, let's say. And I'm terrified, but I got to do it. And that makes me awesome because I did it.
And that makes you awesome for sharing it too. If you didn't share it, like we're talking about the kids, but this is social media. This is what the kids are seeing, right? If we have information, there's too much negative stuff out there. But if we have information out there that the kids can say, okay, well, you know, if I'm going through this, okay, I can get through it. You know, I'm talking to my mom who's in her late 70s.
Yeah.
You know, her worry was losing her sight. And the conversations that I'm having with my mom, it's all right, Mom. It's going to be all right.
Yeah.
You know, now that's a lady who's in her 70s that's had her life. What are we talking with the kids that are losing their sight? You know what I'm saying?
So I've met a lot of moms with kids losing vision or completely blind. And it's really nice to hear and to get messages and to be connected with them, and just really sharing that, oh my gosh, Mara, like, I'm so happy that I found you, because now it gives me a little comfort and a peace where my kid can grow up to have a life as well.
Yeah.
And that's what they need, right?
Yep. I know it is so important. It's imperative. That's my mantra. That's what we need to do. So I want to ask you, what's next for you? Anything exciting that's coming up that you can tell us about?
Some of the projects I've already filmed will be out during October for World Sight Day.
Okay.
So stay tuned for that. There's a few things that I can't really share, but it is exciting and really amazing to be part of. Also things that I'm still currently working on. There's just a lot of things happening, which I just never imagined that I would be doing. When people ask me, oh, how did you get into this? I never got into this. Like, the world got me into this. It's just amazing to see that just being who you are and sharing your true self would lead you to like amazing opportunities. I'm very thankful for that. And just meeting amazing people in general.
Yeah, I agree. If anybody wants to get in contact with you, how do we stay connected? How do we keep watching for those things that are coming that are quiet that you can't tell us about?
Well, I am just on Instagram. You can find me at A.R, which is ATEMARA. Yeah, you can find me at A.R, big sister. So, yeah.
Lovely friend. Thank you, my love.
Thank you for having me. This was so fun, Andy.
Thank you for tuning in to Bold Blind Beauty on the Air's Connected and Curious with Andy. I hope today's conversation left you inspired, educated, and a little more connected than before. Remember, Curiosity brings us closer, and every story shines a light. Until next time, stay connected, stay curious, and keep shining.